Hola, mi amigos. How are we today? It is Thursday, I think. Okay, it's Thursday, July something. I have no idea what the days are. But I'm Kelly with BC Tactical, and we're here with my good friend RC Burns, the off camera genius that brings you all of this wonderful content that you have come to enjoy here on our YouTube channel. So, when I was 12 years old, I never thought that I would be talking to people on a phone or a computer. I didn't even know what a phone and a computer was, other than that thing that hung on mom's wall, and I would talk to my girlfriend, and you know, had a cord on it and couldn't go anywhere, and mom would stand right there. Anyway, I digress. So I'm just talking about how old I am, and I got to notice, and looking here at the camera, it shows me what I look like. I look really old, looking pretty old. I don't know if it's the scars on my face or the white beard or what it is, but hey, if you're a young person and you're watching this, don't fight and in back alleys and drink all night and join the infantry and all. Don't do all those things, and your face won't look like this. All right, there we go. So anyway, we do have a special episode today. I'm here with my good friend Chucky Rambler, the YouTube scamp, and we've got a new we've got a new addition over here, man. The spiritual firearms advisor by Curious George. I'm sorry, Curious George. I'm sitting by Curious George. He's not by Curious. He's I'm sitting by Curious George. Never mind. All right. Hey, we got a couple of knives to look at today. One of them is an old cheap piece of crap that everybody's going to think, yeah, I got that. But one of them is so exquisite, man. It's just a wonderful, special thing that I got from this cat that lives off in the big city. The big city, man. Yeah, city guys love knives too. All right, so the first one, and I shouldn't probably tell this because there's already a bunch of clowns on there that make my life miserable. And if you're one of those guys watching this, hey man, if you get on ShopGoodwill.com and you type in the search knife, it'll bring up all these knives. If it's a $200 knife, why would you get $400 for it? Stop bidding so high on stuff, man. I'd like to buy a couple of knives from there too, man. I did get something from ShopGoodwill.com, and I have to apologize. I already opened this one, but the second one I didn't open. But this one I opened because I wanted to see and make sure what it was, what I thought. So this came from Shop Goodwill, and they sent this from somewhere off somewhere. I don't even know where it came from. If you get on Shop Goodwill, you have to set up an account and you bid on stuff just like you would on Fleabay, and they send it to you. But I'm gonna tell you, the shipping is high as giraffes nuts. They only use FedEx, and man, it's expensive. So you might pay like $5 for something because it's a Goodwill find. It's $5, and then you get the $5 Goodwill find, but it costs you like $15 to ship it to your house, and they charge you like $3 for handling because they put it in a box for you. So anyway, so you buy like a $5 item, and it ends up costing you $25 to get it to your house. That's truth. All right, so shout out to Shop Goodwill, helping people every day. Look what I got, man. I got another one of these cool 80s cheap survival knives from Knife Co, man. This is one of the old Knife Co deals. But I got to tell you, it's an exquisite shape, except for that big old scuff right there. It's like a skid mark on the blade. It's from where it's been sitting in this for 30, 40 years, 40 years. It's a 40-year-old knife, man, and it's still holding up. You know why it's holding up? Because nobody ever used it. Because I promise you, one time, you use that to open a beer bottle, you're going to break this. So, I love these knives because me and my brother had these when we were kids. My brother's no longer with us. He was shot by an ex-girlfriend and killed. That's a true story. I won't go into that because it makes me sad, but that's a true story. So anyway, it's got the cool liquid-filled compass on the end. And then it's got the, this is the camo version. I've also got a black version. And as you'll notice, I think you could probably see kind of, you already know what it says. That was made in Taiwan. I think that's what that says. Yeah, that was made in Taiwan. There you go. Yeah. Okay, anyway, Taiwan. And like I say, it's in really good shape, except for this scuff right here on the back. So I'll probably end up having to touch that up or something. So anyway, but you know, you guys remember these. They're wonderful, and everybody loves to have them. The end of it comes off. And inside, this one, like I say, it sat in somebody's garage, so it was never used. You can look down in there, it's got a nut. Everybody needs some good nuts. And it's got the original kit still sealed in it. Wait, it's not sealed, it's open on the end. Duh. Anyway, you got your matches and your little saw and all that junk. But this one's never been used, so you can find them out there. And then here's this, and of course you can unscrew that and the compass comes out. Alright, so you say, Kelly, what's the deal with you and 80s survival knives? Well, hey, I'm a product. I was born in the early 70s, and I was raised in the 80s. And, you know, I'm a huge Rambo fan, and I just really, I don't know, I had these growing up. Now, of course, it's in this super pleather sheath, so the first thing I noticed is when I went to put it away, somebody, like, they took it out one time, and look at that. Oh, man. So look at that. I have to get me a Naugahyde repair kit to fix this thing. Okay, so enough of this guy. 80 survival knife. This is, I've got the black version with the stainless blade, and now I've got the camo version with the black blade with the scuff on it. So perfect. You know, I love these things. It will go in the BC Tactical Knife Museum. But now something special. This. I got this from Cousin Erwin. Cousin Erwin lives in a big city. I want to give you a shout out, Cousin Erwin. Now, I'll tell you guys, Cousin Erwin, he has an eBay shop where he sells all kinds of good stuff. So I'm going to show you a good thing he's got here now. He gave me an awesome deal on it, and I want to tell him I appreciate it. So I'm going to drop a link to his eBay store down in the comments and stuff, and the description. So I'll drop that, and you guys make sure that you go check it out, because he's got some high-end knives he's fixing to sell, and you know, so check that dude out. But anyway, so he's from up in New York. You know, he's a Queens guy, and you would think, what's a Queens guy doing with this? Well, I don't know, but Cousin Erwin wanted it, so he had it, and then he felt compelled to get rid of it, and I was the guy he sold it to. So here we go. Cousin Erwin special. What on earth could Cousin Erwin have sent? Now, I have purposely not opened this guy because I wanted to see exactly, I wanted to be surprised. You know, I mean, I know what's in it. I bought it, so I know what's in it, but I wanted to be surprised at the quality and you know, how it looks, and maybe old and beat up. You know, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. It is a brick of cellophane. Wow, he did a really good job of packing this thing. Thank you, Cousin Erwin. I appreciate you, my friend. Got to be careful because I don't want to mess up the box on this one, because this is the original box. And this particular knife, oh man. So we got Super Duty cellophane, and we got the, that's the problem with opening stuff on a video. It takes 15 minutes to open it. So your 3-minute video turns into 30 minutes. Because the guy on the video either is trying to unwrap the stuff or he just won't shut up. So, alright, we got it to this point. Here we are. Pulling it out. There's that. And so here we go. Kershaw survival knife. Look at that. Survival knife. Kershaw survival knife. And inside, I don't know what this is. Probably a letter that says, enjoy what you got. It's an invoice, I think. So, yeah, I got an eBay invoice. All right, that's all it was. Kershaw survival knife. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Kershaw made a survival knife? They did. Back in the 80s, when it was a big hairy deal to have a survival knife, all knife companies made some kind of crappy survival knife. Is this one crappy? Let's find out. All right, so the Kershaw survival knife. This came out in 1985. This is the model 1005. 1005. Look at the sheath on this monstrous thing. Okay, there's, ooh, look at this inside here. Oh, this is so nice. See, now I can frame this. New for 1985. It's the original paper. Cousin Erwin. Man, you come up with the stuff, brother. All right, so there's that. And then you have the Kershaw blade inside this pretty cool sheath. And you can see there's some other stuff in there. Survival-y stuff. All right, so got a little, you know. All right, let's see what's in this guy. All right, so you got a Velcro cover. Whoa, look at the handle. First off, let's look at the handle on that master. Whoa. All right, Cousin Erwin's done it again. So here it is. They put this on there to keep it from absolutely destroying the sheath, because look at that monstrosity. Look at that guy. I'm gonna tell you something, cats. That is a thick blade, man. Look at the thickness on that blade. This is a heavy duty, heavy use knife. And that saw is no joke, man. That is a no joke saw. If you can kind of see that thing. Wow. That thing is, there you go. Now it's chimed in on you. Man, that thing is a monster right there. Very thick, nice blade. It actually has an edge right here on the point and on the bottom, right here. It's in very nice condition for the year, you know, 1985. This is a sandblasted AUS 8, AUS 8. They were using that back in the 80s, you know. So I'm gonna put this back on there before I stab myself, cut my thumb off. Now that is, that's a hell of a knife, man. Very heavy. I mean, it's not too heavy, but it's nice. It's got a nice balance to it, very nice balance. It's got this heavy duty rubber handle on it. So it's got your grips, finger grips, so you can actually get around that thing, and very nice, very nice. It needs to be sharpened, but it's from 85, you know. All right, so here we go. The end cap screws off, and you can tell by listening that that's not some cheap whatever. That thing is heavy, man. And this is a polished end to use for signaling. Look at that. Polished end to use for signaling. Or shaving. All right. So there's that. Inside your hollow end is a capsule. Whoa. And inside your capsule, you have all manner of wonderful things. I'm not going to open it, pull it out, because it hasn't been opened since it left the factory. It wasn't open, but you can see they have some actual decent matches. You've got some fishing line in there. You've got some, this red looking little cordage here is waxed fire starting strings, and you have some lead sinkers in there, fish hooks. Let's see, fish hooks right in there, so you can kind of see exactly what you got there. So, you know, little minimal kit like most of them had back then. But I will say that, you know, the matches are of decent quality, like the matches in that other 80s survival kit suck a whole bunch. Now, Here's the difference. We saw that other 80s survival knife. Look at this one in here. There's no nut that holds that in there. There's no nut. So this guy is in there and it's not coming out. Kershaw made these to actually be a decent knife. Were they made in the USA? No, they were made in Japan. All right, so they were made in Japan, but you know, think about the samurai sword. Who made those? Exactly. So just because it's from Japan doesn't mean it's lousy. All right, so here's our sheath. As you can see, here's the sheath. And you got this lock on this straps on the back, so you can put it on in different ways. You can hang it upside down if you want to, or whatever. So there's that. There is a pocket up here in the top. The one thing that this guy I don't see right now is the survival cards. This came with some survival cards that gave you instructions. I'll probably be able to find those on the internet somewhere. But housed in this top pocket up here were those survival cards. And it just kind of told you, hey, this is what you need to do or whatever. All right, so in this bottom pocket, you have a legit compass. There's the legit compass. As you can see, that is a Brunton. It's a legit compass. See if there's anything else in here. I think that's it. All right, so I'm going to say that in the beginning, we'll check this out. It shows you this is what all you got in there. Like, here are the survival cards. They give you the instructions. Here's the compass you just saw. You know, I think there's some band-aids and stuff like that, and a piece of tubing. But all that stuff can be replaced. Everything else is pretty much in there. So there you have it. New for 1985, the Kershaw 1005. So we talked about the cheap junky one right there, which is the old 666 model, I guess, or whatever, from Taiwan. Terrible knives. They're good for looking at and collecting, but they're just terrible knives to actually use. And then you have the Kershaw. Look at that. All right, so if you're interested in collecting knives like these or others, check out Cousin Erwin's eBay store. Like I say, I'm going to drop a link down below, and you guys can kind of browse and peruse his stuff. He gets some good stuff, even up in the big city. So shout out to my Cousin Erwin up there in New York. Hey, old buddy, a country boy can't survive even in New York. Is that right, RC? All right, so the Kershaw 1005. Like, subscribe, throw me some comments down there. Say, hey man, I got one of those. Hey man, I would like one of those. Hey man, whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it, man, because obviously I love talking. So put that guy in there like that. This guy goes over like that. Hey, that's a pretty positive system, locking it in, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's definitely not going to fall off. Heavy knife. This is a heavy knife, and it's made for heavy use. So go out and get you one, man. There's not 1,000 of them around, because there's just not that many around. Oh, Cousin Erwin will tell you, man, they're getting hard to find in this shape. So get out there and do your collecting now, and give us a shout out. Say, hey man, I got me one of those. My uncle gave it to me. Well, this one came from my cousin, not my uncle. But anyway, hey, like, subscribe, comment down there. If you want to be one of our cousins here at BC Tactical, give us a shout out, man. Hit subscribe, and you will be one of our wondrous cousins. And if you holler at me out there, I can send you a wooden nickel, or a BC Tactical sticker to put on your car. That way people can say, why is there a big old crazy looking cat smoking a cigarette with an eye patch on the back of your car? And you say, hey, BC Tactical YouTube channel. All right, so anyway, I digress again, but I want to tell you guys thank you for watching. We really appreciate it, and if you got any ideas for videos that you want to see us do, just give us a shout out, man. So for Kelly here at BC Tactical, producer extraordinaire, RC Burns, we thank you for watching. Check out the comments and check out the description down there for the link to Cousin Erwin's eBay store, where you can find wonderful things like the Kershaw survival knife yourself. All right, so anyway, we really appreciate everything that y'all do for us, and we hope y'all have a great weekend coming up. So thank you much for watching.